Wow. Wow. That trailer was amazing. Season 3 of Stranger Things looks amazing. Hello and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movies. My name is Millennium Movies, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Stranger Things Season 3 trailer that just dropped, and man, it's looking pretty crazy and in the best possible way. So let's go ahead and start off with the opening of this trailer. I couldn't think of a more appropriate song choice for this trailer than Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, because that song's kind of got a bittersweet feel to it, and it looks like that's probably the tone that we're going to be getting for this season. Because when you think about it, there's some like, I say bittersweet because sure, we're all excited, we're all happy for this new season, we can't wait to just devour it all. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a lot of moments that really like hit us in our feels. Like the moment where Mike's kind of saying, did you really think that we were just going to sit in my basement for the rest of our lives and just play a bunch of games? And then we see Will, and I don't know if he's all wet or if he's crying or it's both. Maybe they went to the pool or something, and then maybe they had a fight. Who knows? Or maybe they're just not hanging out as much, which is kind of sad. But ultimately, it's a real thing, and it's actually a nice trope of Stephen King's, which maybe they're paying some homage to, where whether it's Stand by Me or whether it's It, all these childhood friends eventually, as they get older and life happens and they move on and they just slowly drift away and become strangers in the hallway. Man, please don't do that to me with Stranger Things, man. Please don't do that to me. I just want to enjoy this season. I don't want to have any sad moments, with Will being sad, and I don't want Mike and Will to be fighting. There's other moments where Dustin kind of like, he's looking sad on a hill, and he sees that, Mad Max and Lucas are walking off together, and, even the trailer, the way it starts, he looks almost a little depressed, sad, because he thinks he's home alone, and he's like, at least someone's glad to see me here, and so I don't know. I just hope that the group's not splitting up. I know they're getting older and they can't be kids forever, but come on, man, please. It's fiction, man. Don't ruin it for me. I don't need reality in here. But anyways, moving on from that, I want to say there's a couple of things that stood out to me. First off, Chief Hopper's mustache, man, he is rocking like that 80s action cop detective sort of look to him, right? Even with the flashy button-up shirt where some of the buttons are kind of like showing some of his chest hair, and he's looking rad. He's looking like he's ready to do some fighting. And there's even a moment in the trailer where it looks like he's gonna do just that, because it looks like something goes down at the fair, maybe where he has to intervene, or maybe somebody's looking for him, because we see there's a man who's got like a gun and he's wielding it inside like those those mirrorless mazes. If you ever been to a fair, they have those, and it looks like that's where the man's inside looking maybe for Chief Hopper. Or maybe Hopper's looking for him. Maybe they're about to have like a little Mexican standoff of some sort. Who knows? But certainly can't wait to get to that. Another endearing moment from this trailer was Steve, and of course, got to rep Steve, man. But Steve and Dustin having that like pretend lightsaber battle, because who didn't do that with their friends as kids? Hell, who doesn't do that now? I mean, hell, I'm 20 years old. I'll still do it. But yeah, that's a sweet moment, and it even pays off with a joke at the end where we see that the new girl, I'm forgetting her name off the top of my head, but the new girl who works with Steve, she's kind of looking at him like, really? How many kids are you friends with? So that's just that's just a funny moment, and there's plenty of funny moments in this trailer too. I mean, even with the opening with Dustin getting so scared so bad that he sprays Lucas in the face, and they're screaming, and there's a lot of comedic moments in here, which is perfect for Stranger Things. But at the same time, there's a lot of horror elements, which I'm about to get to after I just say one last thing, which is that it looks like Eleven and Mad Max are going to be spending a lot of time together, which is something that I'm really looking forward to, because at the end of season 2, Eleven wasn't so welcoming to her because she thought that she was trying to steal her man, right? So that's not the case anymore. They probably worked things out. Maybe they're good friends now, because we see like there's even a moment in the trailer where it looks like they're having a photo shoot of some kind. Maybe they're just playing around or something, or maybe it's an actual photo shoot. Who knows? Either way, I'm glad to see that their friendship seems to be developing even further. But now let's get into some of the horror elements, because there's an electrical burst of some sort that we see in the trailer where like some of the electricity is going through one of the soldiers who's got like a gas mask on, and it makes me wonder, could that be like a new portal to the Upside Down? Could this have something to do with that monster that we see mutated later on in the trailer? Or maybe this is just some of the government baddies coming back and they're screwing around with things again, and maybe they are opening up some sort of weird portal to the Upside Down. Who knows? But it's something that we're gonna have certainly keep our eyes on. Now, did anyone get some Resident Evil feels from that point in the trailer where we see like this huge red monster of some sort, just like us, just like grotesquely mutating, and we see that Jonathan's at the end of the hallway. He's the only one there staring at it like, whoa, what's going on here? First off, Jonathan, run for your life, please. We don't want any more deaths in season 3. But yeah, so some sort of huge monster has mutated, and it looks like possibly that could be the new big bad of this season. We'll have to wait and see, but it certainly looks like a formidable opponent. So yeah, maybe 11 will have to take care of that. But a theory that I have, speaking on yesterday's video, if you saw it from me, is that I thought that maybe a rat or a couple of rats might bite somebody in the city, in the town, and maybe that person could get infected and mutate and become like a lifeless zombie of some sorts. So we see that Billy is in the shower and he looks down at his arm, and we see that maybe he has gotten bit because there's something spreading throughout his arm. So who knows? Maybe Billy turns into that hideous monster in the hallway, or maybe he turns into some other type of monster. Who knows? But it certainly has my interest piqued for sure. I don't think anybody would miss Billy, and it would continue the trend of characters in Stranger Things dying with the first name that starts with a B. Of course, season 1 we had Barb. Season 2 we had Bob. Season 3 maybe we have Billy now. So if your name starts with a B in Stranger Things, yeah, you're screwed. But going on from there, something that did scare me was Steve, at one point in the trailer, he's like screaming, and his hair's kind of all over the place, and I think he's got a little bit of blood dripping down, and like there's a needle in his neck, which, please, Duffer Brothers, don't you hurt Steve. Don't you hurt Steve. But I don't know what's going on there. Like I said, maybe the government baddies are coming back, maybe the villain from season 1, I forget his name, Dr. Brenner, I believe, I'm not sure. But maybe he does return, and maybe he's like involved in some sort of like 3-way battle between this monster that we see mutate our crew right here, and maybe them. Maybe there's like a 3-way battle that goes on in the finale of season 3, because again, the finale is called the Battle of Starcourt Mall, and it looks like the characters are inside the mall. These are like our main crew right here. We got Nancy, Jonathan, we got Steve, the new girl, we got Mike, Will, Dustin, Max, Lucas, 11, everybody. The whole crew is there. So maybe that is how the season ends. Maybe it's a 3-way fight of some sorts. Who knows? But yeah, those are really a lot of the things that stood out to me from this trailer. I'm sure I missed some things. So if I did, and there's some things that you want to talk about, some certain things, some different things that stood out to you, or even if you just want to further elaborate on the stuff I've already talked about, please let me know in the comment section below. I guarantee you I will reply to you. I love talking to you guys about horror and all things movies and shows. So if you are into that sort of thing like me, and if you like this type of movie news content, well, consider subscribing to the channel, or consider leaving a like, as it does help me out a whole bunch, and it can help me bring a lot more videos to you guys. But yeah, anyways, until next time, this has been Millennium Movies, and I will see you all very soon.